Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Faith and in today's video I'll show you how to make this simple granny square. And for that you're going to need a 4mm crochet hook. You can use any hook that corresponds your yarn. So I'm going to use a US number 6 or 4mm and a medium weight yarn. So I'm going to use milk cotton yarn. And I'll use it in 3 colors, the green, this mustard and red. So to begin, you're going to make a slip knot. And then you're going to chain 4 and join with a slip stitch on the first chain. That's how I make my circles if I want to work on the rounds. So chain 4 and then slip stitch on this first stitch. Then you're going to slip stitch also in this circle that you've created, the ring that has been created. Then chain 3. This chain 3 will act as our first double crochet, yarn over, go in the same center and make a double crochet, then double crochet again in the same center space, chain 2 and place 3 half double crochet in that same space. So you're going to work 1, another double crochet, and then the third double crochet, chain 2, place 3 more double crochet in the same space, 1, 2, 3. So at this point we have 3 sets of 3 double crochets, so 1, 2, 3. You're going to add the last one, so chain 2 and place 3 more double crochet in this center circle. Then you're going to close this gap by pulling this tail, chain 2 and join with a slip stitch on the first double crochet. So remember our first double crochet was chain 3, so locate the top chain and you're going to slip stitch on that chain. And then since you're working 2 rows of this green, you're going to continue by slip stitching on these 2 stitches. So this is the technique you'll use when you're increasing or you're working with one color until you get your desired size of your square. Then slip stitch on this chain 2 space and you're going to start our round 2. So chain 3, then place 2 double crochets in the same space, 1, 2, then chain 2 and work 3 more half double crochets in that space. So basically what you're going to do in granny square stitches, we are only increasing on these 4 corners, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll be working this stitch, the 6 double crochet separated by a chain 2 in every corner. And since you only have 4 spaces here, you're going to go on the next corner and work 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So one thing you need to note is that in normal granny square stitches or some granny square stitches, they chain 1 between 2 clusters or 2 granny stitches, but for this specific square we are not going to chain 1 because we want our squares to be closer and tighter together. So after working another set of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, you're going to go straight in this next space without chaining 1 and working another corner stitch of 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet. So 3, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Then work our last cluster or our last corner stitch, 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets in the same space. When you're through, you're going to join it with a slip stitch on this stitch here. Then chain 1 and cut your yarn. So our first color is complete and our second round is also complete. So for round 3 we're going to add a new color. Grab your yarn and then what you're going to do here, we're going to join it with a standing double crochet. I really prefer adding new stitches or new color on my work with a standing double crochet. So I'll just show you. Make a slip knot, and then insert your hook, yarn over before inserting your hook, and then bring your square and go in any corner stitch. So you're going to go on this corner stitch, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So our first double crochet is created. Then work 2 more double crochets. Then chain 2, go in the same space because these are corner stitch, work 3 more half double crochets, 3 more double crochets. And then we are going to go in this next space between 2 clusters and work 3 double crochets. Don't chain 1. Just go right in that space and work 3 double crochets. And then go in the next corner and work your corner stitch of 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Then you're going to go in this space and work 3 double crochets. Work our corner stitch of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And then in this space just work 3 double crochets. When you reach the next corner, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So always remember to work these increases at the corner stitches. And then move right in this space and work 3 double crochets. And when you're through, you're going to join it with a slip stitch on our first double crochet. So go through both loops, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. And then we're going to repeat what we did on this second row of green. We're going to slip stitch on the next 2 stitches and the chain 2 space. Then chain 3, place 2 more double crochets, then chain 2 and 3 more double crochets in that space. So what you're going to do here is you're going to repeat our second row of green, but the only difference is you're going to work on these 2 spaces. So place 3 double crochet here, 3 double crochet here, and then work the corner stitch on this corner. And then you're going to repeat 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets, corner stitch, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, corner stitch, and then repeat it on these 2 spaces. And then I'll meet you when you're joining your yarn and you're adding the last color. Remember, our square has 2 colors of green, 2 colors of mustard, and 1 color of red. So I'll show you how to join the last color and how to finish it off, because we're going to use this square. If you're planning to use the squares and joining multiple squares together, you don't want to have that lump of slip stitch and chain 1 at the last row. So you can see this is where I joined off my yarn, and you can't see that lump. You can't see any lump here. So I'm going to show you how to finish off your square, and yeah, just work that round and I'll meet you at the end. So I'm here at the end, and I'll just join it with a slip stitch on the 3rd chain, chain 1, and cut my yarn. Remember, this is not our last row, that's why we are joining it with a slip stitch and chaining 1 to cut the yarn. So our last row will be red. You're going to insert your hook on any corner stitch, make a slip knot, sorry, you don't have to join it with a standing double crochet if you're not used to that, and then insert your hook and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, then place 2 more double crochets in that same space. So the chain 3 will count as our first double crochet. Then chain 2 and continue by working 3 more double crochet in the same space. Then go in the next space here and work 3 double crochets. And continue placing 3 double crochets in each space until you reach a corner stitch. When you reach the corner, you're going to place 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And then you're going to continue with your pattern, placing 3 double crochet in each space until you reach a corner space and work a cluster of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and repeat that pattern, and I'll meet you when you're through with your last set of 3 double crochet here and you're now joining your last work. So when you reach the last square or the last 3 stitches, you're not going to join it with a slip stitch, just cut your yarn, leave a longer tail, then pull it through that last stitch and insert it in your needle. So what you're going to do is, remember we started with a chain 3, we didn't start with a standing double crochet, so you're going to go through the both 2 loops of that chain 3 stitch like that, and then pull your yarn through until it closes that gap, then insert your needle at the back loop of your last stitch and tighten it until you have a last stitch and the first stitch here. Then go right ahead and weave your tail here at the back to close that gap. So after you fasten off your work and you've ensured that you've secured it well behind, you can just go right ahead and cut your end. So this is how our join looks like. This is the last stitch and the first stitch. It avoids that lump so that when you'll be joining our work, it will be an easy peasy way. So this is how your square should look like at this point, and it will curl. Don't worry about that, you'll just need to block it to stay straight as this one. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up. You can comment down below, let me know what you think about it, and don't forget to share and to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, and until next time, God bless you.